Boys ended up winning the tournament and had 8 wrestlers in the finals. So if you can place in the top 2, you're guaranteed a trip to the state meet. If you're 4th, you can be challenged by the 5th place finisher. And we had a couple boys end up in that position, so they're the alternates and 1 girl. But the boys were in the driver's seat from the beginning. It was between us and Dumas, and we knew it would come down to that. And just really, the bonus points set the pace for our kids. And we got into the semifinals, and we were able to bonus point every match in the semifinals. It was phenomenal. So boys were on a mission. Having that loss at home in the state duels, that last match, it was left a bad taste in the mouth, and boys have just been working really hard. Girls, a really young team. We qualified 3 sophomore girls to the tournament and 1 alternate, senior alternate, that is Shea Esposito. So have some inexperience, but really hard-working young ladies, believe in what they're doing, so anxious to see what they can do this weekend.
Can you just kind of talk about this rivalry you guys have going with Dumas a little bit?
I'll tell you what, it's a great thing. You know, their athletics has just really skyrocketed all across the board. Their football program, phenomenal as it's been competitive for Randall. It's been a great surge in athletics for up, to extend up to 287 up to Dumas. Know that you're going to just have hard-fought football games all around. It's a great opportunity, in volleyball and wrestling and baseball. It's a great way to have another rivalry, so your kids can get ready and prepare. And Coach Chamlin and his staff, they're phenomenal. You know, they added girls program this year, and we actually wrestled them in the first duel at Dumas, and they got us. And so we had to go back and redeem our losses against them. So not only on the boys' side, but on the girls' side, they're battling back and forth already. So it's been great. It's been a great motivator, knowing that we're just within district meet. We're going to have a tough go. You know, we were 11-time district champ, or 12 times counting last year, and they were 12 times coming into last year. And so when they merged our districts, we knew it was going to be really heated, and the fans love it. And the parents come by, and they have senior sons that are graduating. Like, Coach Quirino, we're going to miss the rivalry, but it's been great. You know, we wrestled at 145, and in your gym, and you got us here, and we got y'all there. And so it's been a really good thing for our wrestling program and everybody around, for Dumas to just really excel as well as they have been.
Going down to Cyprus, I guess it wouldn't surprise you if you and Dumas came down to the 2 teams were in top contention for the state title.
Yes, sir. That's the way it's been the last 4 years. It's been either been us or them, and they have a chip on the shoulder. You know, we beat them at the district meet this year and the regional meet this year. Last year we beat them at districts, and they beat us at regionals, and it came down to the state championships. And so it's going to be critical with bonus points. Getting your pins, it's like getting 2 wins out of 2 individuals out of 1 person. So it's going to be critical that our kids continue to do that. And they've put themselves in a great position. You know, your regional champs are going to take on 4th place finishers from other regions. And so the likelihood of getting a pin kind of goes up. It's not a guarantee, but our boys believe they're going to do it, and they've just been talking that talk and walking that walk up until this point. So hopefully it continues, and it'll be the difference to help us edge Dumas. And Fresco Centennial, they qualified 10 or 9 wrestlers. So again, they beat us in the state dual championship finals, and so they're a quality team. Coach Jackson, he does a great job getting his kids ready down there. So Dripping Springs, my assistant coach moved down to Dripping Springs. He's assistant there now, or Eric Kuntz, and they qualified 10. So it's going to be 4 horses, I think, that are going to be out right from the start of the tournament, running to get to the finish as fast as they can with the most points.
How different is the strategy, Coach Q, from duels to tournament?
Well, ultimately the pin is the greatest way to win, and so you really want to get that pin. The thing about the tournament versus the individual, or the state duels, you have all your weight classes together, and everybody's at one mat watching each kid wrestle at one at a time. At the state meet, we have 5 mats. We might have, and we have had 3 raiders on the mat at the same time. So your focus is kind of broken up, and you got to depend on your assistants to make sure we're all on the same page. If it's 0-0, what do we do going to the second if we win the coin toss? And so we have certain strategies and things that we implement, and our coaches do a great job of putting that into effect. That we feel confident with any coach in anybody's corner this weekend. And so, the momentum of the dual tournament really can get intensified. It kind of gets watered down a little bit at the tournament because you might have 3 kids wrestling at once, and it's hard as a fan to be watching all 3 and know when to cheer for each individual mat when good things are happening. So it makes it a little bit complicated, but then once you get down to the final rounds, everything gets focused on certain mats that you're able to focus on your kids a lot better.
A real quick fun fact for Coach, he looks really good today, but traveled all the way to El Paso and
Yeah.
back, and you turn in the Randall parking lot. What happened?
The scale that we had up on the rack ends up bumping out, and I bump out to the side, and it hits me in the head, and I had to get 14 staples in my head.
Oh, wow.
So
He's got a little silver in his
I got a big old gash. It was pretty good. So I went home, and my wife said, "Hey, the kid's got to go to Target." So I took him to Target, and one of the moms said, "Hey, how's Coach Quirino's head?" She's like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "Has he not told you?" And so I come home, "You got something to tell me about your head?" And I said, "Well, a scale hit it. And what else?" I said, "Well, just look for yourself." And she gasps and is calling all her nurse friends, taking pictures. And I was just going to put super glue on it. And and she said, "We're not doing that." And so they said that to go in, and they said I needed 14 staples. So.